Once upon a time in the quaint village of Whiskerville, there lived a little old lady named Miss Mabel who adored her 5 cats. Each cat had a distinct personality. Mr. Whiskers was the dignified leader, Puddles was a little clumsy, Mittens was the mischievous troublemaker, Fluffy was always sleepy, and Socks was the curious explorer. Every morning, Miss Mabel would sip her tea while the cats performed their daily antics. One day, she decided to bake a pie, but as soon as the smell of the fresh apple pie filled the air, the cats went wild. Mr. Whiskers tried to maintain order, but Mittens knocked over the flour, covering himself and the kitchen in a white powdery mess. Puddles, trying to help, slipped on the flour and skidded into the table, sending a rolling pin flying straight towards Fluffy, who was peacefully napping on the counter. Fluffy, startled awake, leapt into the air, only to land in the bowl of pie filling. Socks, ever the curious one, decided that the sticky mess was fascinating and started pouring at the filling, splashing it everywhere. Mittens, seeing this as an opportunity for more mischief, began chasing his own tail, which somehow resulted in him getting tangled up in Miss Mabel's knitting yarn.
By the time Miss Mabel returned to the kitchen, she found a scene of utter chaos. Flour and pie filling covered the walls, the cats, and even the ceiling. The apple pie was completely forgotten, replaced by a new kind of cat pie, a mess of flour, yarn, and cats.
But Miss Mabel wasn't upset. Instead, she burst out laughing at the sight of her 5 furry companions, tangled in yarn and covered in flour. "Oh, my silly kittens," she chuckled. "Who needs a pie when I've got you lot to keep me entertained?" From that day on, Miss Mabel's kitchen became the talk of Whiskerville, where the smell of fresh apple pie always mixed with the sound of laughter and the pitter-patter of 5 mischievous cats. And Miss Mabel wouldn't have it any other way.